Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Blind Gooner and welcome to another show. I hope everybody's doing well on this Saturday evening. And we've reached the final match day of the current campaign. And listen, it's been a horrific campaign in terms of Arsenal. Listen, it's been a bit of a, what can I say? It's been a bit of a poor season, if we're being brutally honest. We've not really done much this season. Although, having said that, we are in a cup final. We are in a cup final. But tomorrow we're playing Watford. And, listen, they're going to be fighting relegation. Aren't they? They're going to be fighting for, to stay in the Premier League. So, listen, they're going to be on it. They're going to be absolutely on it. And we've got to perform better than we did against Aston Villa because, let's be honest, we were shocking. Apologies for the lack of content over the last couple of days. Not really been much to do. Obviously, the season's winding down now. I just want to tell you about a couple of things before getting to talking about the game in depth. So firstly is that on Monday, the transfer window opens and I'm going to do a transfer show on Monday. Those are going to be starting again on Monday. As you know, that the window opens and this is when all the interesting stuff can start, really, isn't it? When we can start by buying players and be interested to see what happens. So that's coming up on Monday. Also tomorrow there is not going to be a show tomorrow, a watch along on this channel, simply because I am going to the pub to watch the game or watch the final day. So there's not going to be a show tomorrow, but I might do the review and player ratings tomorrow evening. But if not, that will be Monday as well. But stay tuned on this channel for that. And then, obviously, next season, I'm going to work out a proper schedule because, listen, I need to get, hopefully, the games will be a bit more spread out and that'll help with the structure going forward on this channel because, obviously, we've been in a strange situation with the pandemic and, things have been a bit all over the place. But hopefully, next season, that will be no longer an issue. Also, just want to say welcome to everybody watching on Facebook. I am doing this live on Facebook. If you haven't already liked my Facebook page, please go and like it. I'd really appreciate that if you could share that around as well. I'd like to get my Facebook community growing a bit. So please do go and like my Facebook page. We've got a game tomorrow. We've got a game against Watford. And listen, Arteta said that players are going to be playing for their cup final positions. So hopefully they put in a bit more effort. Hopefully they put in a bit more effort than they did on Tuesday, because let's be honest, on Tuesday, shocking. Absolutely shocking. How can we go from beating the two best teams in the league to putting in a performance like that against Aston Villa? I am going to get into my starting lineup very shortly, and I am going to read some of your comments out. So do stick them down there, and I will get to those very shortly. So if you do put a comment down there and I'm not reading it out straight away, I will read that out. So we've got a very important game. Well, I say important game, but I suppose it's to sort of get momentum going into the cup final. Watford have got a lot more to play for in this game. They've got an incredibly lot more to play for. Listen, they're fighting for survival. So listen, we're just playing for pride and probably confidence going into that FA Cup final next week. So yeah, it was very interesting as well. I was watching Arteta's press conference, and it was very interesting to hear him say that he was asked about the, is it acceptable finishing in, to being in currently 10th place and possibly being in an FA Cup final, and he was saying that that's not good enough for Arsenal. He was saying that that's not good enough for Arsenal and not good enough for where we want to be. He was also asked about Mesut Ozil and Guendouzi, and are they going to feature? And yeah, he just said they're available for selection. But listen, I don't think he's going to pick either of those two. And he was also asked about Pep Guardiola's comments, and he just point blank refused to comment on that. So there's just a couple of things that was mentioned in Arteta's press conference, but it was very, very interesting to hear him say that he, he's, sorry, I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, it was very interesting to hear him say that he's not accepting finishing in, where we are and the cup final. And it's good that he can talk the talk, but now he's got to walk the walk, and he's got to get backed. And he was also asked about that as well, and he sort of intimated that there's several different scenarios, and a lot of it hinges on whether we're in Europe next season, albeit just the Europa League. But yeah, it's very interesting, very, very, very interesting to hear what he has to say. But in terms of the game tomorrow, listen, I'm expecting a very similar game to what we saw on Tuesday. I don't expect the players will be up for it. I don't expect there to be. I expect there to be a better performance than what we saw against Aston Villa, but I'm not expecting them to go gun ho and for them to put the bodies on the line, because it's all about the cup final. It is all about the cup final, and you don't want to risk any injuries going into the cup final. So, listen, to be honest, if we did lose the game tomorrow, it's not the end of the world. But obviously, going into the game, you want a bit of momentum. Going into the cup final, you want a bit of momentum. So tomorrow's game could give us that, and then we've got a nice 6 days off, because we play on Saturday for the cup final. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to get into my lineup now, and this is pretty much straightforward for me. I've had a little time to think about this before coming on air. So obviously, naturally, it's going to be Martinez in goal. Then back three is going to be Bellerin, Holding, and Kolasinac. And the only reason I'm putting Bellerin there is because listen, I don't see anything. I don't know what else he can do. Listen, Mustafi's injured, so yeah, he'll probably go Bellerin, Holding, Kolasinac. Then going forward, in the central pairing, in midfield is Ceballos and Xhaka. This is what I would do, because they've been working well together. Wing backs, Tierney and Cedric Suarez, and then obviously the front three, I'd probably go Pepe, Lacazette, and Aubameyang. Listen, I think Saka will drop to the bench. So yeah, listen, that's going to be my lineup, and I know that's a pretty pretty strong lineup and a pretty weird lineup, but that's what I would go for this game. Because listen, like they say, Arteta said that they're playing for places in the cup final. This is a good chance to show that they're worthy of a start in the cup final. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. My score prediction, and I'm going to read out my score prediction, and then I'm going to get into some of your chats because I know you guys have been putting them down there. So my score prediction, I'm going for a 2-2 draw in this. I think we'll draw it. I think we'll draw it. I think it will be 2-2. I think it will be a 2-2 draw because I think we'll concede. Listen, Watford always seem to rile us up, especially Troy Deeney. You all remember his famous words that Arsenal lack cojones and we lack bollocks, which he's not wrong though, is he? Let's be honest, he's not wrong. But yeah, listen, it's going to be for me, it's going to be 2-2 draw. Right, guys, listen, I'm going to get into some of your chats. I've been rambling on for about 11 minutes now, so I'm going to get into your chats. Like I said, it's not going to be an overly long stream today, but I'm going to read your chats. Big up Simpy. Also, I just want to give Simpy a shout out for designing tonight's thumbnail. Big up Liam Talks Football. Big up Miss Melina. Big up Jade Shahid. Big up Omar. Big up Taib. Let's have a look. Omar says he's glad the season's coming to an end because we've had a shocking season. Yeah, do you know what, mate? We have had an absolute appalling season. We've had an appalling season. But hopefully we can win the FA Cup and build for next season. And yeah, like Melina says, do smash the likes up and do smash the subs up as well. And also go and smash the likes on my Facebook page as well. I'd really appreciate that. The Blind Gooner is the same as is on YouTube. So yeah, please go and drive the likes up and do share my Facebook page around. I'd really, really appreciate that. Have a look. Let's have a look. Right. Tyrone says Saka will be Bukayo Saka will be number 7 next season. Yeah, do you know what? That means it's goodbye Mkhitaryan because you were dog shit. So yeah, it'd be good to get rid of Mkhitaryan. Jay Shahid is asking what would be my top transfers. So do you know what? Right, I'm not gonna talk about them now, but I'm gonna talk about them in my transfer show. So what I'm gonna do on Monday is I'm gonna do a transfer show. Not entirely sure whether I'll have any guests on yet. Everybody's busy of late, you know, now that things are getting back to normal and stuff. So everybody's a little busy. But whether it be just me or whether I do have guests joining, I'm going to go through them then. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out all the players we've been linked with. And then I'm going to give you who I'd like to sign. So listen, I ain't going to answer that question now, but stay tuned for Monday is going to be the transfer show. Taib said he's not looking forward to next Saturday. Do you know what? Next Saturday is just going to be a bundle of nerves, isn't it? Because we know that if we win, we're back in the Europa League. But if we don't win, yeah, listen, the future's not looking bleak if we lose. Amar says it should be a good show on Monday. Yeah. Afternoon, Liam Damon. Hope you're good. Let's have a look. Right, let's have a look here. What have we got in the chats? So Taib's asking, where is Sam? Sam's over here in England, spending time with his family. So yeah, listen, when Sam gets back to Norway, I'm sure he'll be coming back. But yeah, he's with his family at the moment. So Melina's asking, Saka to England or Nigeria? England, because Nigeria is shit. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the other. Let's have a look at see what other comments we got there. Jade says rest the key players ahead of the final. Yeah, Jade, you know why I said Bellerin and because I know like the three is going to be mostly centre backs, but actually I know like he's played Kolasinac there, he's played Tierney there as well. So yeah, listen, why not put Bellerin there? So Amar's not surprised if we don't win, because every time he predicts a win, we lose. Let's have a look here. Do smash the likes up, everybody, and do hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that. Good evening, Russ Morgan. I'm good, mate. I'm very well. Right, let's have a look here. Jade says Bellerin can't read. Bellerin can't defend because he's better at being a ballerina. Do you know what he is? But listen, we've only got 2 more games of this dead season, and then we can forget about this dead season and look forward. Because listen, the season's been poor. Our season has been absolutely poor. So we need to we need to get some new players in. Right, give me 1 second because my headphones have actually died again. But yeah, like that's what I mean. We need better players. But listen, there's only 2 more games to go in this season. 2 more games to go, and we can look forward. We can look forward as a club. Let's have a look. Right, let's have a look here. Russ Morgan says, "What do I think about the £30 million budget by James Ollie?" Do you know what? I don't believe these reports, because these reports always like to say that. Apparently, last year we had a £40 million budget, and we signed, Pepe for 72 million, and also 30 million. You're not going to spend that whole 30 million, right? And also big players. Like if you're paying money, most of those players you're not going to pay for outright. They're going to be sort of structured payments. So yeah, listen, I don't buy all that. I don't buy all that until, listen, I think that I think we will spend money because there's going to be players outgoing as well. But yeah, listen, I think we'll get some players, and I'm not convinced that we'll only have 30 million. So Finjoey, evening. Hope you're well. Says with Arsenal's history of injuries, please play the B team. Well, that's our first team then, isn't it? Because most of them are shit. So yeah, that's our first team, the B team. But yeah, thanks for your comment though. I really appreciate it. Right, let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. So Taib said we can look forward to Arsenal signing wingers in the transfer window. Yeah, probably. We'll probably will sign another winger. So Taib said his top transfers will be Partey, Coutinho, and Upamecano. And Edouard if Lacazette leaves. Do you know what? Listen, I ain't going to talk about my transfers because that'll spoil the transfer show. So do Jade's asking, is the watch along on the Mr. Arsenal podcast? For anybody who's joined late, there isn't going to be a watch along on my channel. I'd imagine that he's going to do one on his channel because I am going to the pub to watch the game tomorrow. Russ Morgan saying, am I convinced that we'll have to sell one of the goalkeepers? Do you know what? I don't think we'll sell either of them, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think we'll have to. I don't think we'll sell any of the goalkeepers. I think they'll stay. I think. Listen, I think Martinez will use for the cups, and I think Leno will come back in as number one when the season starts again on the 12th of September. So yeah. So yeah, listen, it's going to be an interesting game tomorrow. Big up to people watching on Facebook as well. I am trying to get more people like my Facebook. If you're not liking my Facebook, please do go and like my Facebook page, The Blind Gooner. So yeah, listen, guys, we've been going for almost 20 odd minutes now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap up. Listen, thanks to everybody who's joined. Like I said, tomorrow there's going to be no watch along because I am in the pub watching the games. And on Monday, look out for my transfer show. Also, I'm going to do a review and player ratings for tomorrow's game. And yeah, listen, it's going to be better than the one I did for Villa. Do you know what? I watched that video back and I totally cringed because I was not organised at all. And yeah, I was even thinking about deleting it because it was so shit. But yeah, listen, like I said as well, next season I'm going to be a bit more organised and I'm going to have a bit more structure. But I was so tired. I was so tired when I'd done that video as well. I was absolutely shattered. But yeah, stay tuned. Like I say, Monday, transfer show and review and player ratings. Like I say, there's going to be nothing on my channel. I might actually do a little starting 11 reaction when the teams come out. I might do it live from the pub. But listen, it depends on how busy it is, and you know, with all these new COVID rules, you're not allowed to shout and talk and stuff. So yeah, listen, that might be a bit impossible, but I'll try and do that. Also, as well, like I say, keep subscribing, keep liking, Do go and check out my Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube if you haven't. Obviously, I know most of you already subscribed, but do go and check out my Facebook and Twitter, The Blind Gooner. It's pretty straightforward. And do share the channel. Share this channel, share my Facebook page, and yeah, share my Twitter. I really appreciate that. Listen, guys, enjoy the rest of your evening. Hopefully we can pull off a win tomorrow and build momentum for the FA Cup final. But until then, listen, take care of yourselves.